Welcome to Faith Through Reason. I'm Brian Sullivan. Let's get on after it. Today we're tackling a topic that's both controversial and crucial: abortion. If you're someone who opposes abortion, you might already find yourself closer to the Catholic teaching than you realize. But being pro-life truly isn't just about opposing abortion alone. It means embracing a consistent ethic of life, one that extends far beyond abortion to include issues like in-vitro fertilization, contraception, and even caring for the dying. This full life-affirming vision is something only the Catholic Church fully articulates and upholds. So let's explore why the Catholic Church is the most consistent and steadfast defender of life, and why, if you stand against abortion, you should seriously consider becoming Catholic. For over 2,000 years, the Catholic Church has been a clear and unwavering voice for life. Some of the earliest Christian writings, like the Didache, which condemn abortion and infanticide, to modern teachings such as Pope St. John Paul II's Evangelium Vitae, the Gospel of Life. The Church has consistently affirmed the sanctity of every human life, from conception to natural death. This isn't just a recent development or a political stance. It's a foundational moral truth deeply rooted in Scripture, natural law, and the dignity of the human person. In stark contrast, the landscape of Protestantism and Eastern Orthodoxy reveals a far more divided approach. While many individual Protestants and Orthodox Christians hold pro-life convictions, their traditions often lack a unified, authoritative teaching on many related life issues. This creates ambiguity and inconsistency, which can weaken the pro-life message and leave believers unsure about the Church's official stance. The Catholic Church's teaching, by contrast, is clear and consistent, and most importantly, authoritative, offering a moral compass that guides believers in all areas of life. The Bible itself powerfully supports this view. Consider Psalm 139, which says, "For you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb." Or Jeremiah 1:5, where God declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." These verses show that from the beginning of every life, God is intimately involved with each human person. The Catholic Church takes this divine truth and applies it consistently across every moral question connected to life and human dignity. Starting with abortion. If you believe life begins at conception, then abortion is the deliberate ending of an innocent human life. This isn't a political debate or a question of convenience. It's a profound moral issue. The Catholic Church teaches unequivocally that abortion is a grave evil because it violates the dignity of the unborn child, who, like every human being, is made in the image and likeness of God. Pope St. John Paul II made this crystal clear in Evangelium Vitae. No circumstance, no purpose, no law whatsoever can ever make illicit an act that is intrinsically illicit, since it is contrary to the law of God, which is written in every human heart, knowable by reason itself and proclaimed by the Church. This means abortion is never morally acceptable, regardless of the situation. But the Church's pro-life commitment goes beyond simply condemning abortion. It actively supports women and families in need through crisis pregnancy centers, adoptive services, and healing ministries like Project Rachel, which offers hope and forgiveness to those who have suffered from abortion. The Church doesn't just teach pro-life values, it lives by them, offering compassion, practical help, and a path forward. Now, many Protestants do oppose abortion, but their views can vary wildly depending on denominations and even by individual. For instance, some denominations like the United Methodist Church or the Episcopal Church allow abortion under certain circumstances. Eastern Orthodoxy, while generally opposing abortion, struggles to articulate a clear and unified moral teaching on the subject, often leaving members without firm guidance. This inconsistency creates confusion and weakens the pro-life witness. If you truly want to stand against abortion and defend the dignity of life, you need a church that offers a clear, consistent, and binding teaching on the sanctity of life. And that church is the Catholic Church. But even the pro-life ethic of the Catholic Church doesn't stop with abortion. It extends to many other areas, often overlooked in pro-life conversations, like in vitro fertilization and contraception, both of which pose serious moral challenges. At first glance, in vitro fertilization might seem like a pro-life technology, since it helps couples conceive children. But the Church opposes IVF because it separates procreation from the marital act, turning children into products of laboratory procedure rather than the fruit of a loving marital union. But even more troubling is that IVF often involves creating multiple embryos, many of which are discarded or frozen indefinitely, treating human life as disposable. This is a serious problem, a serious moral issue. Unlike Catholicism, Protestantism generally lacks a definitive teaching on IVF. Many Protestant churches are silent on the issue, leaving couples to navigate these moral waters without guidance. Eastern Orthodoxy, while cautious, has not issued a universal condemnation. The Catholic Church, however, provides a consistent ethic that recognizes every human embryo as unique and a sacred person, deserving full respect and protection from the moment of conception. Contraception is another key area where the Catholic Church stands apart. In Humana Vitae, Pope St. Paul VI warned that widespread use of contraception would lead to a devaluation of human life, an increase in infidelity, and the objectification of women. Sadly, his predictions have borne out over the decades. Where once many Christian traditions agreed on opposing contraception, most Protestant denominations now accept it, often ignoring that some contraceptives act as abortificants by preventing implantation of a fertilized egg. Orthodox teaching on contraception is similarly inconsistent. Some Orthodox leaders oppose it, while others allow it under certain circumstances. This lack of clarity further muddies the pro-life waters. In contrast, the Catholic Church offers a holistic, life-affirming alternative, natural family planning. NFP respects the dignity of the marital act and fosters a deeper partnership between husband and wife, while remaining open to life. It integrates science, respect for God's design, and love within the marriage, demonstrating that pro-life values extend beyond simply opposing abortion. This comprehensive vision of life is not a series of isolated teachings. It's a seamless garment that upholds the dignity of every human person at every stage. The Catholic Church's pro-life ethic encompasses care for the poor, opposition to the death penalty, and a commitment to just war principles, calling us to respect life in all complexities. The gospel lies at the heart of this ethic. Jesus says, "I came that you may have life and have it abundantly." As Catholics, we are called to defend that life, not only in the womb, but throughout society, in the poor, the marginalized, and the vulnerable. If you want to live a truly pro-life life, the Catholic Church also offers spiritual tools that empower us to do so. The sacraments give us the grace to live out this demanding but beautiful mission. The Eucharist strengthens us to love sacrificially, just as Christ did. Confession allows us to seek forgiveness and healing when we fall short. Marriage sanctifies the union of love and life, making it a visible sign of God's creative power. Through these sacraments, we are equipped to be genuine witnesses to the gospel of life in a world that desperately needs it. So, if you oppose abortion, IVF, and contraception, you already share many key beliefs with the Catholic Church. But to fully live out a consistent and comprehensive pro-life ethic, you need the support of a church that offers clear, consistent, and authoritative teaching on all life issues. That church is the Catholic Church. This isn't about winning arguments or ticking boxes. It's about building a culture of life rooted in the love of Christ and truth of the gospel. If you're serious about defending life, why not explore the Catholic faith? You may discover it's not only a church you agree with, but it's the home you've been searching for. This has been Faith Through Reason. Thanks for watching, and until next time, God bless.